Okay, well, it's funny until it happens to me. So today we have Middle-earth Shadow of War, the sequel to Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. Guess they should have called this one Shadow of Wardor. See, the first game was actually one of my favourite games of 2014. It was Lord of the Rings Assassin's Creed, but way more fun and minus the Ubisoft, which is always good. Shadow of War is an incredibly ambitious sequel and a pretty impressive game, even though it does have some flaws. The story follows the wacky adventures of generic Jimmy, also known as Talion, and his ghost buddy, Stephen. Their goals change throughout the game, but it's mostly about taking over Mordor with an army of brainwashed orcs and uruks so they can finally defeat Sauron, and considering this game takes place before the events of Lord of the Rings, we know that's probably not gonna go well. Unfortunately, the story isn't great in my opinion. It's not bad necessarily, and it has some strong moments here and there, but overall it's just pretty fucking generic. I mean, it's not a huge deal because it was like this in the first game too, but I don't get that either. I mean, you guys have the whole fucking Lord of the Rings universe at your disposal, and you give us Talion the Stallion and Michael. But really, it doesn't matter that much, because just like the first time, what we're really all here to see is the orcs. Or uruks. It's, I don't know which is which. The game has multiple different zones, and they're all controlled by uruk armies with their own captains, war chiefs, and overlords, all of which have their own unique names, designs, and personalities. And these goofy bastards are honestly the best things in the game. When you meet them, they taunt you, usually showing off whatever trait they have in their name. Then you fight, which is always very fun because of all the different weapons and strengths and weaknesses they can have, and then you kill them. Or they kill you. Or they run away, or you run away, or you get married or something, I don't know, it's up to you. Really though, there are so many different uruks to find, it's crazy, and whilst killing is the reason I get up in the morning, it's even more fun to recruit them. Like I said, you gotta build up your army by brainwashing these captains to fight for you, which I think is a really cool mechanic. Cause now, whenever you find a captain you really like, you can make them your follower and have them with you when you finally attack the zone's fortress, and let me tell you, there is no better feeling than very nearly getting killed, but being saved by one of your favorite captains. That's my boy! One of the most impressive things about Shadow of War is just how fucking massive it is. There are so many optional things to do in this game that there's no way I could talk about all of them and still keep this video at an appropriate length. So just look. Look at all those things on the map. It's like someone spilled a bunch of little badges all over a blue world. Really, there's so much optional shit to do, like side quests, purifying towers, collecting artifacts, like this. It's pretty good. And tons of Uruk-related stuff, which is mostly what I stuck to, like ambushing raids, freeing your captains if they get captured, and the fighting pits where you can put your captain against an enemy captain and watch them batter you useless prick! There is a lot you can do, so if you're looking to 100% complete this game, you're probably gonna need a maternity leave from work, which means you'll also need a job. And a vagina. I really enjoyed exploring the game's areas too. They all look and feel very different from one another, and traveling them was never dull thanks to how fast Talion can run, jump, and climb. I mean, say what you want about his personality, but Talion is one fun son of a bitch to play as, especially as the game goes on and you unlock new awesome abilities, so that by the end you're taking out a shit ton of baddies with one perfect kill combo, like a homicidal Tony Hawk. However, I do want to quickly talk about the controversial microtransactions and Day 1 DLC. Fuck them. That is all. But seriously, if you didn't already know, this game includes loot boxes that you can buy from this market that contain items, boosts, and uruks that you can use for some fortress raiding online bullshit that no one asked for. Shut up, I don't have to be professional when I'm angry. And whilst I do think it's very uncool for the game to do this, I definitely don't think it's enough for people to not get the game solely based on that. But I want to make this clear, I am not defending this shit at all. I still think including these was a dickhead thing to do, and whoever came up with this is a giant asshole. Really, who was it? Huh? Warner Brothers? Monolith? Gollum? Oh, I bet it was fucking Gollum, that little bitch! But annoying microtransactions aside, I still think Shadow of War is a very good game and a solid sequel. The Nemesis system is even better than it was before, the gameplay is very fast and fun, and there is so much to do that I'm peeing blood. Actually, that might not be related. And I think this is definitely worth a look, especially if you're into action RPGs, Lord of the Rings, and characters with stupid names like Shelob, Baranor, and of course, Celebrimbor. David. Middle-earth Shadow of War will leave you wanting more. Door. I'm sorry, I couldn't help it. Oh, and by the way, in a couple of days, I'm going out to Greece for a week, which is very cool. I'll post some pictures on my Twitter in case you don't know what Greece looks like and don't have access to Google Images. But this means that the next video will be, like, a week late. So I'm sorry about that, but, I mean, come on, guys. I don't get paid for this shit, okay? It's a hobby. An expensive, time-consuming, soul-crushing hobby. See you soon.